Homework pressure? No more. At Spring Library, we explain every topic in simple way. Join the learning family and score high every day.
All right, so in this problem, we're looking at an airplane that is coming in for a landing. We're looking at how long it takes it to clear an intersection. And by clear, I mean the tail of the plane is completely out of the intersection. So the pieces of information we know from the get-go here is that the final velocity of the plane after it has cleared the intersection is 45 meters per second. While it is going through the intersection, it is accelerating at a rate of negative 5.7 meters per second squared. That negative value is showing the fact that the plane is slowing down as it is coming in for a landing. And the distance the plane travels is a little more complicated than normal. First up, the intersection itself is 25 meters. So when the head of the plane hits the intersection, it needs to clear that 25 meters. But the plane itself is 59.7 meters long. So once the head is out of the intersection, you then have to allow for the entire rest of the plane to travel through it, which is an additional 59.7 meters, meaning the plane actually has to travel a distance of 84.7 meters before none of it is left in the intersection. So our goal here is to figure out the time it takes for the plane to clear the intersection. In order to do that, we're going to have to do it in two steps because we need to find that initial velocity before we can find the time. So step one, let's find that initial velocity. And since we don't know the time yet, we're going to be using our equation that does not have time in it, which is our second one, the v squared equals v naught squared plus 2ax. Now I'm going to rearrange this to solve for that x value, or to solve for the v naught value. So we'll subtract the 2ax, so I have v squared equals, that's v naught squared equals v squared minus 2ax. And then because I want v naught by itself, I will square root both sides. So we get v naught equals the square root of v squared minus 2ax. When I plug my numbers in here, that gives us the square root of 45 squared plus 965.58. Then when I plug that into my calculator, I get my answer of initially the plane is traveling 54.7 meters per second when it hits the intersection. And then that number I can plug in with my known values up here, and we can use that to find the time it takes the plane to clear the intersection. So let's move my first chunk down here. And now I want to use an equation to determine the time. And since I know all the other components, we're going to work with this first equation here to figure out the time. So velocity equals v naught plus at. Since I'm looking for time, let's take a second to rearrange this one as well. We get the time is equal to v minus v naught divided by the acceleration. When I plug my numbers in, that gives us 45 minus 54.7 divided by negative 5.7, which gives us a final time of 1.7 seconds. So while this plane is coming in for a landing and slowing down the entire time, some portion of the plane is in the intersection for 1.7 seconds total.